Hello dear children, in the last class we started digestive system and we were discussing about different organs present in digestive system. Already we have discussed the function of mouth, pharynx, esophagus and stomach. Now today we start with the function of pancreas. What is the role of pancreas? Pancreas is a gland and pancreas secrete pancreatic enzymes. Pancreas secrete pancreatic enzymes. What are those pancreatic enzymes? It secretes two basic enzymes, that is trypsin and lipase. Even pancreatic amylase. What is the role of this trypsin, lipase and pancreatic amylase? Trypsin helps for digestion of protein. Like in stomach we have seen pepsin is the digestive enzyme which helps for digestion of protein, and here in pancreas trypsin is there which helps for digestion of protein. Lipase, it works on fats. It helps to break down, it helps for breakdown of fats. That is called as emulsification of fats. Fats are never supposed to be digested completely in the digestive system. Fats converts into a small globule from large molecule to small globules. That is called as emulsification of fats, and that work is done by lipase. But when this trypsin and lipase will work, they work only and only in alkaline medium. Trypsin and lipase works in alkaline medium. Now from where this alkaline medium will come? So this alkaline medium will get from bile which is secreted by liver, that we will discuss afterwards. So this trypsin and lipase become activate in presence of alkaline medium only, and pancreatic amylase help for digestion of starch, that is it helps to convert starch into sugar. The next part is small intestine. Now small intestine is the site for complete process of digestion. Why small intestine is site for complete process of digestion? Because whatever may be the digestive enzymes and juices secreted till now, all these things comes and enters in small intestine. Food material and all various type of gastric juices, digestive enzyme, everything, and all together is known as digestive enzymes. All together we used to call digestive enzyme, and these digestive enzymes help for complete process of digestion. So inside in a small intestine only the complete process of digestion takes place. Once the food material get digested in small intestine, then it is absorbed by blood capillaries, and that process is even carried out in small intestine. How that process is carried out in small intestine? Because small intestine are designed with specific type of modification, one that is called as villi. Like if suppose this is the wall of small intestine, now here what will happen? Here this is the wall of small intestine. There are four walls in small intestine. So the innermost layer of small intestine, whatever may be the innermost layer, this innermost layer is not remain present in straight form. The inner lining of small intestine will show some foldings. This inner lining shows folding. These are the projection. This projection, finger like a projection, these projections are called as villi. This projection, the inner lining shows some folding, some projection, which is called as villi. And this inner wall of small intestine is richly supplied with blood capillaries. Lot many blood vessels are supplied directly with inner lining of small intestine. Now whatever food material enters in process of digestion takes place in small intestine, that digested material absorbed by this digested material directly absorbed by small inner lining of small intestine, and as soon as it absorbed by inner lining of small intestine, that is villi, this material is supplied or diffused in the blood capillaries. this material diffuses in the blood capillaries, and these blood capillaries opens in blood vessels, and in this way the material or food once get digest, it absorbed by body and mix in the blood vessels and mix with blood. Now here this villi shows a special type of modification, as these inner linings are present in form of folding. If we stretch this inner lining, then 100% length of inner lining is more as compared to other lines. It indicates that inner lining shows this modification in order to increase surface area of absorption. So these villi, by process of absorption of food material or nutritive material after digestion takes place in small intestine only. There is a reason that small intestine shows special modification in inner lining, that is the projection called as villi, and these villi increase the surface area of absorption as well as they are richly supplied with blood vessel. As a result, food material absorbed by villi much more and supplied to blood directly mixed with blood. So that is the function of small intestine, where the process of complete digestion of food material takes place. The next is large intestine. In large intestine divided into three parts. Of course, the small intestine even divided into three parts. Those three parts are duodenum, then second is the jejunum, and last one is the ileum. Duodenum is a tubular structure, jejunum shows villi, excess amount of villi, and ileum is a small fine tubular structure. This ileum opens in large intestine. The first part of large intestine is called as cecum, and in the beginning of cecum there is a vestigial organ called as appendix. Second part of large intestine is called as colon, and the third part, which is the broader one, is called as rectum. Large intestine is smaller than smaller intestine. Length of smaller intestine is 6 meter. As compared to that, length of large intestine is very less, nearby 2 meter, but it is broader than smaller intestine. So here in large intestine, whatever undigested food is there, this food passes in the large intestine. And in the region of colon and rectum, absorption of water takes place, because in large intestine, in this flattened region of colon, also in the region of rectum and colon, where rectum and colon both junction is there some projection appear like villi, and process of absorption of water takes place there. Now only and only undigested food material, unwanted material remain in the rectum. So rectum store undigested material, and this rectum further opens in anal canal. It opens in anal canal. There is a tubular canal like structure where it opens, and this anus is guarded by some sphincter. Suppose this is the large intestine, and this large intestine opens in a canal region, and this canal region is guarded by some of the sphincter, and this sphincter under neural control only they opens and release or throw out the material through the anus region out of the body. So these are the various organs of digestive system and their role in the process of digestion. Now we have to study about the diagrammatic representation of the process of digestion. So in the next class we will study about the diagrammatic structure of digestive system and how these organs are working, what is their arrangement. All these things we will see in the next class.